In terms of the state of the economy and the market, this may feel like a complicated time. And if you're nearing retirement, well, understanding your investment options is critical. So joining us now for Retirement Coffee Talk are George Fossing and Zach Jenkins. They're part of the team at North Star Financial and Retirement Planning, a local area firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. George and Zach are also popular radio show hosts. Hey, guys.
Hey, Megan.
All right, as we're getting close to Thanksgiving, you don't happen to have a crystal ball, do you?
It's broken.
It's broken right now? Okay. What is your take on the state of the economy and the market?
Well, it's a little dangerous out there. I mean, if you pick up, watch the news in the morning, and it's kind of scary out there. A lot of people are very concerned. Political climate, too, is very hostile. The big thing, though, was what we're seeing is, well, Zach and I were down down in Naples, Florida for a conference, and this economist got up. He's very, very good. And he was really interesting, and I think it really resonated about a recession coming on board. We've talked about recessions for the past 2 years, like when's this thing coming?
Right.
Well, really what's going on is this thing called the M2, which is what they use for gauging how much money is actually out there in the world.
Right.
And what's going on is COVID, there was so much money pumped out there, free money. Yeah. It's still floating out there, so it's still stimulating that economy, but it's coming down dramatically. Give you an idea, last year it was $20 trillion was floating out there. It's down $1 trillion this year.
Okay.
So it's already dropping. What happens there is everything will you start seeing people don't have the money to spend, and then you see retraction.
And then
people start buying, and then you get this, and you get layoffs, and that's a definition of recession. So really, and who knows if this is going to be correct or not? I mean, there's the old joke, economists have guessed 5 out of the last 2 recessions. So they keep going. But this sounds pretty on the money at our level. We really enjoyed that. Made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
So the point is, buyer beware out there. If you're in the stock market, it's a really good time we believe, to be more defensive.
Well, I was going to say, with that in mind, how often do you find that folks are unaware of the investment options that are available to them?
Oh, all the time. I mean, most people, they're familiar with, more of the traditional things that they've been investing in. Maybe in their 401k, for example, they might have options to purchase different mutual funds that are either equities based, or maybe they can purchase a bond mutual fund. Well, if you were retiring in late 21, sailing into 22, and a lot of the stuff that we kept hearing about started to affect markets very negatively. And if you just look at 2022, it's just like this slow bleed. Well, if you were looking to create income, one of the things we'll talk about over and over is, how do you adequately fund this income bucket? I was talking about the buckets.
Oh, yeah.
But you want to be able to create that income without dipping into your principal. And if you were just using those traditional tools, whether you were equities or bonds, you would have been selling most likely at a lower price every month. You want to avoid that. So by helping people become aware of those tools, we can successfully talk about not having to sell any clients' holdings during 2022 to create the income they wanted, because we were using instruments to produce that monthly income and protect their principal.
Well, we have a lot of people that are watching this show that are probably approaching retirement.
Oh, sure.
What investment options really need to be on their radar?
Well, ones that are going to produce income.
Yeah, without having to dip from that.
Right.
Something with guardrails too, we believe in, which gives you defensive positions in case something does happen. We have options out there, gives you 15 to 20% downside protection built into it, and it's liquid. These are investments, so you don't have to play the guessing game.
Right.
It's very real. They were reviewed by the Wall Street Journal last year and said they work. We love them. So we encourage people to learn about these tools out there, so you're not playing the guessing game.
Right.
There's nothing worse than an advisor going to somebody who they're 65 or 70 and say, "Don't worry, you're in for the long haul."
Oh.
It's like,
well,
65. What's the
final
long haul?
Right.
Yeah, it's like life. So you don't want to have to go through these major downturns. It's just not. You're not sleeping at night either.
No, and this is another reason why we bring them on every Wednesday, because I know you're out there doing a lot of your own research. That is great, but sometimes talking to y'all, because y'all know you got those tools. This is what you do all day.
Oh, we love it. I mean, it's really a lot of fun. People come in are wonderful. I mean, we get the best people from your program.
Yeah.
And hats off to you all.
Yeah, y'all.
And people come in there and say, "Listen, we're watching you, listening to you, and we just like to learn more without having to make an obligation." We get that.
Yeah.
Let's come in and just, if it's a good fit, great. If not, don't keep us a secret.
Yeah.
But we could certainly help guide people and show them if they have a 401k they're working with, they're nervous about it. We'll take a look at it and do a review, maybe rebalance it and something. If the time's not right to work with us, that's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
We've got a very successful business. We're in for the long haul.
Yeah.
So it's all right. But people are usually, what do they say? The journey start with the first step.
Yeah.
And that's the first step is basically say, hey, we've been watching these guys on TV for a while.
Let's actually sit down and go talk
yeah, we're
to them.
okay. And
Yeah.
we use the whiteboard. We have a whiteboard in there, and Zach's the master. He really goes out there. He's like a natural teacher and walks people through. These are some options that you look for. Here's the strengths. Here's the weaknesses. Here's how you may want to use it in your portfolio. Things like that, and encourage the tax planning aspect of it as well. When people get done with this, they feel empowered. They have a general understanding of this, and we have all different types of people coming in. People that are very sophisticated with investments, and people really have just done their 401k and put it in autopilot.
Right.
And that's okay. But when people feel they've got a plan in place, they feel secure. You know, they're not out there just winging it.
Right. And that's how we want to do that.
I was a kid, I winged it a lot.
Yeah, you winged it.
You
But
know,
now
not so much.
yeah, now it's adulting.
So again, just with building a plan and incorporating this, it's a big bad world out there. It's changed. This is not our parents' retirement.
Right.
Right? People don't have the pensions. What are you going to do for income? We talk about that all the time. What's sustainable? Don't make living a long life a penalty. Right? I mean,
Right.
so this is what, and then you sleep at night, go have fun, play with the grandkids.
We love it. Thank you, George and Zach.
Thanks,
Very
Megan.
good. Listen, if you're at home, if you're currently retired, or you're getting close to retirement and would like to learn more about how to help protect and grow your hard-earned savings and investments, North Star Financial has a great offer for you right now. For the first 5 callers who have saved $500,000 or more, they're offering a complimentary, no-obligation retirement and investment report. That report will include potential tax-saving opportunities and ways to reduce the effects of market volatility on your portfolio. Give them a call today. Let them help you. 864-309-8146.